Nice. Okay, approval of the agenda.
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second it.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, the ayes have it. Minutes of the last meeting. I don't think I've seen anything that
You took a vacation, we just had one without
well,
you.
that's good. That's the way it's supposed to be. We're gonna take a long one here shortly. All right.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second that.
Motion on the floor, and second. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, the ayes have it. Treasurer's report, Sue?
Alrighty. I have a bill from Handy Text Enterprises, and then Hush Blackwell,
Hush Blackwell.
and then Cut and Edge Landscaping, and then I went ahead and paid the contract for Jokers.
That's fine.
Okay, you ready to pay that? Good, good. They didn't do much on the books, Hush and Blackwell, huh? $661.
Their big bills will be coming up.
They have about 3,000, somewhere in there. That was contract price there, wasn't it?
Yes. The only other thing I have is the CD matures on Saturday, so.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, our one that's the $264,000 one. So I'll need to do something with that one before the next meeting.
Okay.
And I don't know what MRV's cutoff is for their 5% on that bump up. I know they were,
I don't know either. I don't know.
but I'll go out for the best rate on that one.
We'll talk to one of them. Who you do with, Pam, or who? Yeah.
As far as all the, Norm, you satisfied with the road widening and all that? Looks good?
The road
Looked
crown
good to
widening
me today, I
is
checked
excellent.
it out.
I'm really satisfied with the crown widening.
Okay, good deal.
They tamped everything in.
Didn't use fabric in it?
Yes.
Weave it in?
Yes, they used fabric, they tamped the base for where the block's set. They vibrator plate on that, and then up at top during the backfill, they did vibrating rolling. laboratory roller
Mm-hmm.
on it. Everything was well done. They used a laser transit the entire way. Everything was level.
Mm-hmm.
And they put the
Never,
drain tile in, and then everything was according to spec.
does that inch clean, bottom layers of block?
Yes.
Inch clean?
Yes.
Never, didn't have enough muscle there to lift that back of that generator, did they?
No, they didn't have enough muscle there.
Yeah.
And like I said, in previous discussions on that, we're going to have to disconnect all them struts before we even attempt to lift that. That way nothing snaps or nothing flexes. And you got to remember that pipe has been there for 20 years. So it's going to be a little bit more brittle than new pipe when you go to lifting.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to bust that loose.
No.
I was thinking, I wondered if a guy could pick that with like the fire department's got them great big airbags where you could just move it so ever so slow.
Well, what's the weight on it?
I don't
What's the weight of the generator?
It's gonna, depends, the weight of the generator probably, we can probably call in and get a actual factory weight on that
Yeah, 'cause
end.
we can run the fuel down.
But, yeah, the fuel's gonna dictate a lot
Yeah.
of weight too, if it's full.
We can run that down right before we want to do that.
Well, it's not very full now, is it? 7?
Should be pretty close to full. It's at least 7 inches of fuel in it.
Well, that side's probably got 10.
Yeah, the one, the
'Cause
leaning
it's
side.
tilting
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
You have more weight on that side
yeah.
till you break it loose.
But yeah, them pillows, them inflatable pillows.
That'd be simple. You
That'd pick
do
up.
that with a bear bottle and
Yeah,
just raise her up,
yeah, I'm sure
slide a
St.
block in it, check it, you know.
I'm sure St. John's got them, and I know we've got them
St. John's
on our, at least one of our trucks, our rescue truck, and we've got the cribbing truck, or trailer out there too, the county trailer, and I'm sure it's got it on it as well. So I mean, we could get enough
We
resources
just have
here
to
in
do
the
the-
county to,
Yeah,
Lift to one end.
yeah,
put 'em
yeah, just
along
one
that
side of it.
yeah.
You have to dig down.
And that would be more.
That was always
that'd be
my
more
thought, that would, you could go so slow and not.
Yeah,
Right.
it'd be stable and.
Yeah, if we
and
do
slow.
that-
Sticking that with a crane, you're gonna.
If we do that
you
and
know,
loosen
have to get
a
after
few
it. That
bolts
thing's pretty
on the
heavy.
whole cradle,
Mhm.
it'll move so little that it
Yeah.
won't affect it.
Yeah, I agree with that, yes.
Yeah, okay. All right. We got the bills here.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't see that one yet.
You got one at rate at 45, that,
That's 2 workers.
2 workers?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
And what we
You
were
don't
doing
need to
down
see
there,
it.
Vern,
He's
is
got
we're
it.
pouring the concrete. We're pouring a pad down there, at the end of the trash rake with a backstop for scooping up the brush.
Our little pit where we scooped that brush up when we dumped the wreck box out.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
we talked about that a long.
4-foot
Yeah.
wall, he's
Right.
got started on that.
We got
Good.
started on it. We were gonna pour the concrete today, but then they called for a storm later, and then when we packed it up and got to the shop,
How
They
big
changed
a
it.
slab's that gonna be?
14 feet by 8.5.
Oh, you narrowed it a little bit,
Um,
time to get your farm.
Yeah.
I got a tarp that would cover, I got a good tarp that
Yeah.
would cover that if you,
I think we're probably, the way they changed the weather after we closed up shop today, looks like tomorrow will be clear, and so we'll probably pour it tomorrow.
okay.
And then, we've already built the form, the bench down there, that we got donated to the levee, that plastic bench. We already built the form for it, and everything's ready to go, so all we have to do is set it in place, stake it, and, call the concrete truck. So we could pour both pads at the same time.
Yeah, because it won't,
Yeah.
yeah.
In fact, we'll probably pour it first, the bench first, because it don't take any time. The big slab, we're gonna have to vibrate that back,
Yeah,
because
well-
I formed it up to where we got a stub coming up on the back side,
At the end of the rail?
at the fence side.
Then
Oh,
you're gonna come in and
inside.
form
And then
that.
after that dries up, then we'll form up the last 4 feet for the wall. So that you have an actual wall to push up against with a bucket.
Or you're gonna come in that way? Or which way you
It
come
can
in?
come in from either way, from
Either
the
way.
end or from the side.
Yeah. Okay.
But the side is the only one that's gonna have the wall. The
You
back,
need,
that's all
you need a
pushing.
4-foot wall there, you think?
I can go 3. I don't know, you unload it more.
4.
4?
4 is fine.
Four
That's,
from-
that's as big as that plywood I had there.
4 from
Yeah.
the, 4 from the
About the
platform.
same as that, Vern, and only it's got something enough.
Yeah.
That'll keep it out of the wire
Right.
4 from the.
That's perfect.
4 from the slab.
from the, that's fine.
Okay,
That'll
that's
only
what I
put it
planned,
at
is 4 from the slab.
That rail's 4 foot
And the
high.
slab's
The
a
slab
little below
is,
grade anyway, isn't it?
slab is below grade.
Well, yeah.
It's 5.5 inches thick. The back wall is gonna be 8,
Okay.
because it'll get pressure against it, and
Is
it's
there
all
any
rebarred.
Rebar in it?
Oh yeah, we got a lot of rebar in it.
What size and how?
Half
thick?
inch, but they're on foot centers.
Foot centers,
Yeah.
both ways?
Foot, it's on foot going toward the fence, and a
Yeah.
1.5 long ways.
Okay. All right, yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
But only, but.
There's 14 rods.
But you're saying 5.5 inch thick floor?
Yeah,
A 2x6,
yeah, 2 by 6.
Okay, yeah.
and that's 5.5 inches.
Yeah.
That's,
There won't be
You're
no
probably
big,
a little
there won't be
deeper
no
than that,
big,
too.
there
No,
won't be
we're
no
level.
big
did you
weight
put some
on
more
it.
gravel in it?
Oh yeah, we put gravel in it.
Oh,
There won't be
I'm
no-
not like a lot of these contractors. I level my stuff off.
well,
I don't like a lot of dips and everything else. Then the cement truck comes, oh, well, you're short.
Short.
Or I've got too much because they overcalculated for dips.
Yeah,
No, my stuff's graded.
okay, are we done with the,
your time, is any, all that'll be on a next month bill, or?
Part of the form
The
work is
labor,
on this.
okay, I didn't know, I
Yeah,
was just
part of the
asking.
part of the form work and stuff is
Yeah.
on this.
Oh,
Well,
it is.
all the form
I
work
didn't
is
look
on
at
this.
the
Okay.
date, so some of it was
Yeah.
yesterday.
Some of it, you're, that's good.
Yesterday and today was all form work and
Yeah.
rebar and prep work.
And you got that included,
That's in this
Yeah.
bill.
okay.
Good. I make a motion.
So all we have is like
Pay the bills.
As presented, as presented.
So all we're
As
gonna have
presented,
is
yes.
like 3 hours or so pouring concrete and finishing it off and that project's done.
Yeah. Good. A motion on the floor,
I second it.
and a second. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, ayes have it. What we got here? We approved the minutes?
Yes.
Okay, treasurer's report, yeah. And then old business.
The only thing I had on old business.
Okay,
and,
that road,
is the road, and I missed a call from Brad right here at the end of the day,
yeah.
but it's too late to go over
I
all the
talked to
specs
him,
anyway.
he's got all the elevations and everything.
Okay.
His question was, well, how wide a road we gonna have?
Okay.
And, you know, I also told him, make sure he measures it, because we want a slope that we can mow.
Yeah,
So he said he's got enough measurements to figure it out, but we wanna, I
Don't we
think
have-
the first, when I put that road in, it was either 16 or 18 foot.
I thought it had to be a minimum 16.
Yeah. What do you guys think about
Cities,
making
I mean,
this one 18-foot
City has
surface?
different specs. I mean, for a city street, you're looking at 24.
24, yeah, minimum.
Kind of right away,
But-
30 to 40 feet.
Yeah, but for that out there, everything out there, the previous was all 16.
Yeah, that's what I remembered of it. It
Yeah.
was, I thought it was 16.
Yep.
And it's really a little wider because
Yep.
it's been bladed a few times and,
Yep.
and we rocked it a few times.
Yep.
Do you want to go with a 18-foot surface and make the top like 20 feet?
Well,
But the
the center culverts there, the 3 big culverts, they're just down from the parking lot. That's only 16.
Yeah, but there's room for it.
Yeah, on the other side of it, we could go wider,
Well,
but-
we can even widen that too. I mean,
by
as far as
putting,
it
well,
goes.
we'd have to put collars on, take the
No.
flares off, and we'd have to take the
Well,
flare
that's got
ends off.
riprap, that's got rock
Yeah,
around it,
yeah,
John.
that's all got riprap
Yeah,
around it.
that'll, leave that like it is, just,
Yeah.
because you're gonna just meet it and cross it just
Yeah.
a very short
Yeah.
distance.
So you wanna go 18 on the rest of it and leave, that's.
Go
the
18,
culverts?
I'm think, well, you know, you need a little, you don't wanna run off and be right off when
Yeah.
there's, you know, you got 8 foot wide,
Yeah.
if it's, cars are coming
Yeah,
or something, passing each other. Not that there's a lot of traffic, but, it's gonna be more traffic over there, probably to get some more recreation going
Yeah.
over there.
yeah.
But anyway,
Better the road, the
I
more
told,
traffic. We don't-
Brad wanted to know how wide
We
we
don't want
wanted
that
it
anyway.
and how we wanted the slopes. I said, we wanna go at least a 3 to 1.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what I'd originally told him anyway,
Yeah,
it's 3 to
that's
1
why-
slopes on that.
Right, 3 to 1, and I think, and the slopes will be dirt. We'll
Yeah.
just have them get dirt from, whoever got the job, get dirt from down below.
Yeah.
Or they could borrow dirt if they took it along the city, along, you know, from a discharge pipe where you go, by the burn area. If we just had them take, well, that wouldn't be enough dirt just from there out,
yeah.
but if they went up through there, might just, it'd be easy to get the dirt
They can run
there.
down on the upper side.
Yeah,
That pile's been there, you had threw it up there
And that's
10
really
years
good.
ago. That's good dirt.
That's really good.
well,
dirt
part of that
down on
is
the north
good,
side.
for screening and don't have no rock in it.
Yeah,
The
For
last
them
part's got a
shoulders,
little
yeah.
more in it.
Even if it had a little gravel along our part,
Yeah, that would.
that's gonna grow grass.
Yeah, right, yeah.
That's all Jefferson County's got is gravel.
and I did verify.
Yeah,
that
that's topsoil, that
Are-
ain't gravel.
Our the other part of that whole road equation was up there at the Cottonwood. I did verify it. The 36-inch pipe we got down there is 20 feet long. We do have a 36-inch collar, and we measured there at the Cottonwood for that culvert there. We'd have to add a 12-foot piece of 36-inch pipe.
To
And
make
then
what
we
we
could put
have.
2 36-inch pipes in there instead of the 36 and a 24 and a 12, what we currently have in there. We could put 2 36-inch pipes in there.
Yeah, that would help with the cross too,
Yeah,
when we're pumping especially.
yep. So all we have to do is in the contract
When we
add
pump, that
12 feet.
bottlenecks it pretty bad.
Yeah, I know,
Especially
yeah.
if you get a little bit of trash in
Right.
there or something.
Yeah.
That's
36
a
is
great
really
idea.
great.
Yep.
Right, we
So-
wanted to do that.
So we can just put in the contract to add 12 feet of 36-inch
Yeah,
pipe.
use that pipe.
We
and what
have the
need.
collar and 20 feet, and then put 2 36-inch pipes through there. We can reuse that other one we got in there now.
How long will, how long are they?
What's in there now is, what is it?
We had it wider for
30,
Kurtz's.
32 feet.
Okay, we made it wider for Kurtz's to cross
Yeah.
there with their wide equipment.
Yeah, it's, what's in there now is 32 feet.
Okay, I didn't remember what
And
that
that, with the 20 we got, we have to add 12 feet.
All right. Well, he'll be working on that. He's got all the elevations now.
Okay,
They
great.
shot it and everything, so, put that together, and if we can get it together for the meeting, well, if we got everything on it, check it out.
Well, we'll just wait until next meeting to put it out.
That's fine.
Yeah.
You've got plenty of
Okay.
time
Yep.
There.
Anything else under old business?
I delayed talking to Equipment Pro because I wasn't with the current contract, or well, it's done now. But with that going on, I didn't want to get any, interference. If they decided they wanted to go right then to service that pump, I just wanted to wait until that was all done. The
Yeah.
wall, the crown widening, so
Right.
I will talk to them.
Okay, to what point they gonna service it? They gonna-
Number 2, they just need to change the fluids in it.
Okay,
They may, with the water down, they shouldn't, according to Kyle Stotzer, they can service that in the well,
Yeah,
with the water down. So, but number 3, it will eventually have to be pulled.
it'll be pulled.
Yep.
We wanna do it now.
Well, we could.
It might be wise to do
Yeah.
it now, 'cause
We can have them change the service to number 2, get the fluids changed in it because it's a good running pump, and then as soon as they service that, go ahead and pull number 3.
the
Just
only
do them
part
both
that,
together.
Yeah.
the only part that's scared
Service
me-
one, get it done, then move right
Yes.
over.
Yep,
Yeah, the river's a long way from where it was
Yeah.
in July
yep,
of '93.
yep.
The river's a lot lower, and I think everything's dry up north. We
Yep.
was up in Indiana last week, on the week before, on a tractor pull, and it was dry all the way over
Yep.
corn, and up, same up north.
Yep.
Illinois does have better looking corn than Indiana and Illinois.
Can
So
we possibly get a estimate from?
Oh, absolutely, yeah, I'll get an
Get
estimate
one
on
from
that.
them, and
Yeah.
if we have to go
Oh.
back to Equipment Pro, get one from them too, maybe?
how many hours are on that one?
How many do we need?
On number 3?
The one you want to service?
Oh, the one on point serviced,
I mean,
is it
remove.
18,000? I don't remember the exact number.
We
but I
want to
think
check
it's-
the hours on that and when the wires was on the other one.
Yeah.
Make sure we ain't doing it premature.
Yeah. Oh, we're not doing it premature on, you mean you're talking about like 1 when we had it serviced?
Yeah,
Well, number 1 ain't got many hours on it since it was
Sure.
put back in.
right.
Number 2 is, not been done.
Well, it maybe don't need to be done is what we want to make sure.
Well, Kyle thought that it did. It was due for service. It had enough hours on it then, and that was 2 years ago, or 3 years ago. That it had enough hours on it to service it, to change its fluids.
We was having a little trouble was we having trouble with
That
some
was
of that?
number 1.
Heating? That was
That
one.
was number 1, and I'd like to, if we're gonna service these 2 pumps, 2 and 3, I'd like to get them down while done while the water's down, because we still have issues with number 1. I'm still not happy with number 1. Sometimes it'll kick a breaker and won't start up, and then I'll have to wait, and then usually the second time around, it will start up. It's the only pump that I cannot put in auto start,
And what?
that I cannot put in auto start,
Oh,
because it won't.
ought to have them look at that
Yeah,
maybe it's just something simple.
could be. You know, we had that issue with number 1 after Vander fixed it the second time. Because they fixed it once, they didn't do everything they were supposed to do, they pulled it again, took it back up there, finished what they were supposed to have done the first time, which cost us $32,000.
Right.
And then it wouldn't run right after they got it put back in. And then they put them switches in there, them isolator switches in, which cost us, do you remember offhand what them cost? They were a few $1,000s.
Yeah, every bit of it.
Because they said they worked down there for 2 days. And they said there's a phantom in the system. And so they put them isolators in there so they could try and isolate to find out what was causing it. And they did change out the control cable. That didn't solve it. Then they said, well, it's working now. They never did tell me what was actually the issue, and I don't think they ever did figure out exactly what the issue is. But it's not right. And I don't even try to put it in auto start.
All right.
And that was it was after that pump right there and all that run around with them and the expense with them is the reason and why I went down and talked to Equipment Pro
Right.
to begin with.
Well, we were paying through some high bills.
Yeah. I don't mind paying good money for good service,
Yeah.
but it felt like we was getting taken over the coals on that. every time we dealt with them. It felt like we was being taken over, wrecked over the coals.
Okay, anything else we got?
No, it's just the roads and,
What about the, Bruce has got to fix that electric
oh, yes,
yet?
he's,
There's still-
I've called him twice in
Oh,
the
yeah.
past month. Both times when I called, he's messaged me that I'll call you back, and he hasn't called me back. I just called him today, got the same thing. I'll just send him an email. Kind of get a timeline for when he's gonna come do the electric.
I was just thinking back here, till we've solved the problem on number one, we don't want to pull another pump in case. Because if we do pull one and it would change the weather pattern,
Mhm.
that we'd want at least two that we can guarantee, I mean, be
Well, either way,
comfortable.
we're gonna have to pull number 3. Sooner or later, we're gonna have to
Yeah.
pull it, whether we got number 1 fixed or not. Number 3 is a really good pump, even though I think it's either Megan low or Megan high. I can't remember exactly what Kyle said, but it was doing the same thing as number 1 was. I think it was high. And so, but it pumps better than all of them. No, in my opinion, number 3 is always a fail-safe to go to, because it's a really good pump. And the flow feels so much better, smoother with it than it does the other
Yeah,
two.
it shoots out.
So either sooner or later, I mean, unless we spend more time on number 1, getting it straightened out, and we can't figure that out until we get some water, so they can run it, find out what's going on. These equipment pros never looked at number 1, and I'm sure they'd like to hear it running while it's in the well.
Can't do that without water.
No, can't do that without water. Now, I'll get an estimate if they're going to, when I talk to them about pulling number 3, I'll get an estimate of what they think it's going to take, how long it's going to be down. And then we can decide from there.
Well, see, they won't know, because it depends on what parts they need.
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
And then, you're
And
there
some of
waiting.
them parts come from overseas.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate thing.
So maybe they need to service number 2 and see what they can find out about number 1.
Let's do that. Let's make sure we got number 1 where it should be,
Yeah.
where it's supposed to be when we got it back.
Yep.
It's about a complete overhaul of what we had.
Okay. Because
Okay.
every time I go to mess with turning pump 1 on, there's always some sort of issue
Yeah, yeah,
with that pump.
yeah.
I mean, it eventually runs. It's just I can't depend on putting it in auto start.
That's electricians.
Yep.
That's what they're
Yep.
for.
Yeah.
All righty. Anything under new business?
I don't think we have any new business. The slabs, that was all old business. We talked about previously, and we're just finally getting to it.
Your little mini split for the building, did you ever do? Too busy.
Without electric, I'm not even worrying
Yeah,
about it.
we ain't got electric, that's right.
So
That electric's off.
oh, I
right
do
now.
need a tax
It's all,
exempt.
oh, yeah, they broke the
Well,
line.
they
Right.
cut
For when I
that
go
line
get
and
that. Yeah, we
well,
did
nobody
that.
marked it.
Yeah.
I will
That
need a
line.
copy of
Right.
We
it,
didn't know.
tax exempt.
Okay.
Yeah, there was one there.
And it's gonna work out real good anyway. They're gonna run a separate line down there
Yeah.
through the same conduit and pull another line and get internet down there for you.
Yeah. Oh, I guess there is one new little business, and it's gonna be a real cheap for the levee. Emergency Management called me the other day, and they needed to take our tower to loan to Pilot Knob, because they're putting a new tower in there, and so I'm without a tower for 6 months. I've got 4 sections of tower, radio tower, that I'd like to put a permanent tower down there. That way, all we have to do when we need to activate everything's already set up.
You'll put it inside the caged area?
Yes, right there at the end of the building,
And the building inside the fence?
yes,
Will you pour a little slab there for it?
yes,
Set it on?
yep.
Well, you got
Break it
three,
down enough.
three, triple?
Yes, it's a Roan 25 tower. New, they're like $250 a section. I've got 4 almost brand new sections that I'd sell to the levee for $100 a piece.
How
Which
far
take 80.
spaced are they? How wide a tire is it? What's
Oh,
the
that's,
triangle?
what is it, 12 or 13 inches wide each leg. It's 3 legs.
Yeah.
It's a Roan 25. It's standard for what most people
We might
use.
have some of that laying out at our boneyard out there.
Well, it needs to be heavier than just a regular TV tower. It's too light.
How would you stand that?
But this
Put
was
'em
on
up all
our,
the time.
this
Huh?
was,
I put them up all the time. They come in 10-foot sections.
I
So
know,
you
but-
put your base in. I've got an erection tower,
How tall will it be?
four sections,
40?
let's be 30 plus 8 feet, so 38 feet.
Oh, okay. I thought they were 20-something foot long.
Won't
No.
need it, no
Yeah.
wire, tie-offs,
No, not that short.
not that short.
Yeah, not that short.
Okay.
So you'll
Oh.
put it together and just
You'll
No,
put it,
I'll
get a
put the
machine or
base in
something.
and I'll
base
put,
in the concrete? The base of it will
Base
be
is in the
sticking 2
concrete,
feet in the
yes.
concrete?
yeah, it'll be sitting in concrete.
so it'll be a permanent tower.
There'll be a permanent tower there. And then it'll handle our antenna array.
If we have a flood, that
If we
you
got
got
flood, we
your
just
thing
move
and-
right in and
Yeah,
we're already set up.
yeah. Good, good, good,
I'll
good.
make a motion, we purchase the tower from Norm and let him put it up. Of course, we'll pay you to put it up and everything.
Yeah.
You keep your time. I'll help you. I ain't getting off the ground, bub.
Second.
Not
Well,
no
you'll
more.
like my erection tower.
I was
I put
picturing
a lot of towers.
80-foot tall tower, and I thought,
I put
100
a
or
lot of,
whatever.
I put a lot of towers up for other radio operators, and we all use the Roam 25s or Roam 45s, which is much bigger. But I've got a 20-foot pipe that clamps to the side. Once you get the base in, I've got a 20-foot pipe that clamps to the side of that base, one leg of that, and then it's got a pivoting crane on the top that's pulleys down. Or got a cable that comes down, latches onto the top of one tower, crank it up, swing it over, set it in place.
Yeah.
And then that pipe just keeps moving on up.
Yeah, that's all right.
I'll second your motion.
Motion, floor and second. Any further discussion? All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it. Good. Good idea. Okay, anything else?
That's it.
I don't think I got anything at this time.
You got anything?
So Norm had a good question.
Sure.
We have, we're moving out of here August 15th over to Plaza Drive, temporary headquarters for City Hall. Boardroom and City Hall are all being remodeled. So you'll have your August meeting here, and then after that, we'll be over at the plaza.
At the plaza?
Yep.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Okay. How much is moving over there? What all?
Both sides.
Both
Yeah,
sides?
police department's already done, so all that construction's completed. It's the City Hall and boardrooms that are going over.
Yeah, okay.
So there's 8 of us, 9 of us. It's all of our City Hall
And it'll
operations.
only take a month or two?
We're figuring 6.
Okay.
And when they get done, they still got an old building.
Yeah, that's fine. We got rid of the water problems, the building's in good shape, we're downtown, centrally located, yeah.
Did they fix the issues in the basement?
Yeah, that's what,
Was
that-
part
when
of
we did that
that,
site, that
yes.
was one of the main things we
Yeah.
worked on.
Yep.
So,
How'd they do that? Did they
put
dig
in a
it?
couple of sump pumps, filled in the old, what was it, for the pins.
Bowling alley, that pits.
Yeah, they filled the pits in with rock, so it's clean rock, so it just goes to the sump pumps. it's not eliminated it fully, but it has eliminated 99% of the water that comes in. We don't have that issue with it coming down the walls or getting on the floor.
Well, yeah, when I was with the first walkthrough on the original, walkthrough for the construction for the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I think you had a river
Yeah,
running down
okay.
through there.
Yeah. So it's still in that back room. They turned that into the ammo room, but there's still some water that comes in the walls. But we got it routed.
Well, I'll see you before our next meeting, I'm sure.
So it's not a big
Yeah,
deal.
we have to set our tax rate at the next meeting. The tax rate, we have
Okay.
to set that at the next
At the
meeting.
next reading, yeah.
No, yes, August.
August,
Right,
yes.
yes,
We'll have to know it by
So we'll be here for
September.
August yet,
yes.
and then September we'll be out together. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll get confused and come here first.
There will be signs outside telling you that you're not.
I just finally got
wanted.
used to coming in the back door.
Yeah. We're just screwing you up.
I could see it taking 6 months though. I've done enough of these remodels to know that it's a big project. We spent that much time on a remodel last year.
See? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna have problems getting some parts, something's gonna be delayed,
It is.
or you get called to something else, it's, you know, so that's all we figured that in, because
And
it's just not
and
working.
then you always run into something. With old buildings, you always run into something.
Please no,
I
You
make
got
a motion,
change
we
order
adjourn.
and this and that, and-
I was second.
please no.
Favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
I'm just,
I know.
22 years in
Close
business,
your
I know.
Oh.